Ah! Ah!
Froggy! Froggy!
Cowabunga, dude!
What are you doing?
It's Skateboard Sunday, man! I was hanging out with NAOMI and her friends earlier, and I just totally wanted to hit the slopes again, bro.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Geeky Puppet Show. Yes, I know this is late. We were supposed to do it on Wednesday. Things got complicated, but I am here now, and we are reviewing NAOMI with that fun little intro. And, of course, to join me, as always, is Froggy. I don't like going that deep. Froggy.
Hello, it's me, Froggy.
This is how I talk now.
This is how I talk too.
Oh, that's great.
You know, we got a great show for you tonight.
I need to talk about NAOMI.
Yay! I had so much helium. I can't stop. I'm floating. Oh, God, no.
Oh, he's floating away. Froggy, no! Oh, I guess it's true. What goes up must come down.
That's what your mom said.
You leave my beautiful mother out of this.
You know, your mom's a beautiful mother.
Dad? Oh! No.
I'm behind you, son.
No, you're not. Oh.
I'm invisible. You cannot see me. But I just let you know, your mother, she's a beautiful woman. And the things she does.
But I think it's time we go ahead and start talking about this show.
Yeah, let's talk about the show. Let's talk about your mom. That's kind of creepy.
No.
You got a weird family.
Yeah, definitely. But NAOMI is back. Skateboard Sundays is how this episode starts. But it's actually really interesting because people are mostly separated. You have D as he's trying to get information at like an alien bar. And then he finds out that his former lover's ring is with somebody else.
Her wedding ring is actually around this other guy's neck, who's an informant, who's basically as a friend who was tracking out information about his lost wife. Because he saw her name in the bounty hunter that was going after NAOMI in his ledger. So he saw his, hawk girl, I guess you want to call her hawk woman. Saw her name in there, and he figured, well, maybe it's a lie. So they tracked down the person, and he gets another lead at this alien bar. And how convenient! There's another alien bar. I guess they exist in Supergirl, and now they're NAOMI.
Well, NAOMI is on a different Earth, so
they're on Earth. Yes, we don't know what Earth she's on. We know she's from Earth 29, multiverse.
Yes,
which is actually brought up in this episode, and I gotta say that's why this episode is actually much more appealing.
Yes, because you actually have NAOMI going to Star Labs trying to get some information on a specific. What was that again? Like this, they found a ship. Her and Annabelle.
It
looks like a little.
They went back to the warehouse where they originally came out of the woods.
And they is correcting you. She's a hawk person, Froggy. Okay, go on. Sorry.
She's an alien. Who cares? Anyway, illegal alien if she's here. Anyway, so yes. Do you want to go to this bar, this alien bar, the bar with no one name? Sorry, it's a Marvel thing. And in there, he finds a contacting there when his buddy who's helping him find out. He puts a guy at the table. It's a mean looking guy, They kind of sit down and they keep him from going in. He's kind of like a snitch or whatever. And D points to the ring that's on a chain on his neck. He's like, "Where'd you get that from?" He's like, "Oh, it's from a woman. She died, on this planet, and I took it to remind myself that she died, and I could have died there instead." So now this guy, so D pulls out his ring, and he's like, "That's one of a kind." So and D had basically beat him up a couple times, smashing his head against the table. Obviously, the guy must be a really strong alien because there's no blood, nothing, not even a bruise or nothing. The guy leaves the bar.
For the CW.
So the guy ends up leaving the bar eventually, and he comes back later, and D's like goes up, walks him, confronts him. He's like, he's got all his friends walk in. There's gonna be a bar fight, and I gotta say, this is kind of funny. The bartender says like, hey, points to the sign, human traits only, no alien powers in the bar, but you can still fight though. So they fight, and D proves, that he's actually harder than he looks, and not in that kind of sense. No, he's more dense as far as his structure goes, his body. So when people punch him, they actually hurt themselves. He actually headbutted the guy's punch. Did you see that? The guy hurt his hand.
Yeah, that was great.
So it's kind of cool. But yeah, he ends up getting the ring back, and he takes it back, and he has his moment. But you could talk about Star Labs and Naomi, and Zen Dabi, whatever his name is.
Yes, because in Star Labs, we get to see how Naomi is trying to get some information on this piece of a rocket, but the scientist there, do you remember her name?
I do not remember him. Sadly, I do not. I'll just say that this lady had short hair. She was redheaded, and she was very creepy-eyed.
Yes.
Whenever you saw her eyes, just got really close. She's like, "Oh, smiles and everything," and says, "Hey," and so I'm thinking like, this is too easy. And turns out because she's in this little lab, and there's glass doors, and then she's got the laser to play with energy and stuff. And then before you can walk in the lab, there's another door that she has to open up to buzz you in. And she reveals to Naomi that she knows that she's an alien because she's other people weren't here, but she knows them says that humans and aliens, we're all together. We're just different energy sources. Yep. We're all energy. So she says she wanted to help you. She's like, she confronts. She's like, this piece of this ship, it's your ship, isn't it? And Naomi says like, well, at this point, we don't even know if it's Naomi's ship.
Yeah, we're not sure. And she wants her to check. And she's saying, sadly, there's not a lot of information that she can use to find out, but she will contact her if she finds anything. But
this is a very important episode because she points out, says, "Oh, you're from this. Well, I can't find your planet because you're not from this. You're not from this universe. You're from a different universe." And she shows the multi-universe, the multiverse now. So now we know Naomi's going to connect with the other shows.
It's very likely at some point.
It's likely they're going to because she's already seen Superman, and this woman confirms that Superman is not a comic book character, but actually a person, and she knows other aliens who are friends with him.
But as we go on, Zumbedo actually has a little to do with this too. He breaks into, after trying to talk to Naomi to convince her to stay away from Star Labs.
No, before this, he'd already broken into it. That's why the woman pointed out, it's like, yeah, your buddy was here, but he stole from her. And that's why she gets mad when he goes to confront her.
Yeah. But like, when
you can't trust him. And he had confronted her parents before this. Broke into their house. Told them to leave.
Yeah. Because he's saying you need to watch out for her. And then he tells her herself later on in the episode, you can't trust Star Labs, so stay away from it. Naomi gets a text from Dr. Bell to go and visit because she has some new information. He goes.
I got to point out, though, the text thing, it's not just looking at the phone. It actually shows like the phone thing pop up. If you read the blue and gold issues currently come on DC, then they show the text messages pop up, they have colors. It's popped up the same way on the screen. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
It's different.
And this is where things change because Naomi goes in and Dr. Bell is hidden behind another room, even more so, and has the door closed glass thing. And she lets Naomi into the main chamber.
It locks her in. She can't get back out the entranceway and starts stealing her, zapping her with this energy thing and saying, she said, yeah, Naomi, I'm sorry this, but it requires sacrifice. You're the greatest energy I've ever come across for, and I need you to help me, find... She wants to open the door to the multiverse.
And Naomi, she tries to fight against it, but Dr. Bell gets the upper hand, and it looks like it's over when, boom, it's broken into. Open. Yep. By who?
Zumbedo.
Who takes Naomi, picks her up, and takes her out of there. And it looks like next episode he's going to give her the full story of what happened to Earth 29. This is so different from the comic books right now. It's kind of it's a little bit mind-blowing. Zimbeto is her main bad guy in the books. But here, he's actually trying to look out for Naomi. Even though he is supposed to be antagonistic towards the community, he's looking out for Naomi. We don't know why. And we're wondering. And I'm kind of interested. Naomi started out pretty rough. I'm going to say that I did not like how this show was starting. I thought it was worthy of the roll of the eyes. Let's say that. It wasn't like Supergirl bad, but it wasn't good. But now it's starting to get somewhere. Dare I say, this was actually a fairly decent episode. If the next episode continues this, holy crud, maybe this character is worth watching. So we're going to have to wait and see. Oh my God. I'm getting a little more excited the more I talk about it. I know it's mind-boggling, Froggy. Mind-boggling!
Ah!
But that's about it, other than the two love interests get in detention together, but that's not really worth talking about. We can shrug that off.
Although we did find out that so they're having a fundraiser supposed to help for the school or charity, whatever. And the reason the two got two love interests, one is actually dating Naomi, and the other one who's jealous. Aaron, I think his name is. I can't remember what his name is. The blonde-haired kid.
I can't either.
But anyway, he accuses the black kid, who's a soldier kid, he basically destroying his float, or his little design stuff. And that's why he tackles him. They both get detention, but they sneak into the principal or somebody's office, and then they're able to check the security camera, and they find out that it actually was the girl who originally was the president. Had destroyed that, or at least she didn't show her tampering it, but I can't tell. Did she move super speed?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, though.
Was it a bad just freeze frame?
We're going to have to wait and see.
But anyway, they go up to her. They go up to her though outside at the fair, and you hear her dad saying, "Well, you have no chance of winning this time, So I my reputation on the line and take because originally he was going to take a pie to face, to draw more people. He tells her no, and she's all upset. And those who confront her, and they don't really seem like they're upset. If she's the one, I don't think she's the one who destroyed it, but they have her in her. So they saw this, and they almost feel bad, so they buy a pie from her, a peanut butter pie.
Ooh.
So that's how it ends there. So I'm curious, is she somehow connected to something else?
Maybe there's some metas here. We've had aliens. Maybe it's time for some metahumans, huh?
We need metas. Metas are good. I met a few.
But speaking of metas, Flash is back this next week. We're going to watch that and review it. And actually, in about 10 minutes, we're reviewing Superman and Lois. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links below. There's Twitter and a Ko-Fi. We do readings. There will be one at 10 o'clock tonight. And if you're watching this after, well, you can always watch it on the backlog. It's definitely worth it. For Froggy and myself, we really want to thank you so much. We'll see you soon. And bye!
Whee!
Not again.